Hey friends, it's Pam from Pam Rocks 50. I'm on here today to talk to you about the new Physicians Formula Healthy Skin Foundation with Brightening Complex. Ooh, blinding you. Just bought this the other day, picked it up at CVS. I think there's several shades. I think CVS only had maybe 5. I got LN4, which stands for Light Neutral 4. They're categorized by cool, warm, and neutral. So it'll be C and or W, and then it's light and medium and dark. So that's what the L, light, N, neutral, 4. So 4 in the in that category. So I'm gonna give it a foundation test today, see how it wears, and we'll just begin by putting it on. Now, on my face already, I have done all my skincare. I did not do this any priming or the steps that I take to make my foundation last longer, because I just want to see how it performs, how it holds up on its own with nothing else. Of course I will set it with powder, as I do everything, but I am just going to apply my concealer and powder, and we will see how it looks. Now, I've worn it a couple times, but I haven't really inspected it, if you know what I mean. It's a pretty good match for me right now. It'll be way too light when I start self-tanning here in a couple weeks, but we're going to go ahead and get started with it. And the bottle is glass. You twist it up, and it has a doe foot applicator, which I sort of like. I mean, a lot of people complain about them because they say, oh, it's so unsanitary. Well, my face is clean. I mean, I've really worked at getting my face clean this morning. I've cleansed, I have toned, so I'm not too worried about that. Of course, I don't have any active breakouts. Perhaps if I had acne, I would be more concerned. And it's supposed to be good for your skin too. Let me see if it has a scent. I haven't noticed. There is a slight scent. It's not a scented product. I'm not sure what the scent is, but there is a slight scent to it. Now, I'm going in with my It Cosmetics foundation brush. I'm going to press it in all over, and then I'll probably, this last gasp of winter has flared up my rosacea a little bit, but so I'll probably have to give it a couple coats around there, but that's okay. Now I'm going to be going to work today. It's early in the morning. I think it's probably about 5:30, and I will check back in with you a couple times and we'll see how it's wearing. So I'll be at my office when I check in. I did some of my eyes. I didn't finish my eyes, but I did some of my eyes before I got on here because I'm using some eye products that have some fallout. Okay, I'm going to check now in the mirror down here to see where I need to go. Okay, I'm going to put a little more on as I thought I would. Right there. There, my eyebrows. Oh, we got some snow yesterday. I am so sick of this white stuff. Ready for flowers and sunshine, but even though the calendar says spring, it just seems that winter keeps holding on. Hope we don't have Easter egg hunts in the snow. Not good. I'm ready to clean off my patio and get out there, light a fire in the evenings. Oh, I'm ready. Okay, well, look again in my big mirror here. See how that went? Okay. I'm pleased with that. Now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and just make sure it's around the edges there. Blend it in. Notice when I was putting it on in this area, I sort of pounced it as I would with a beauty blender just to get a little more coverage and make sure I have a lot of large pores in this area. And I want to make sure it's covering everything, you know. Okay. Now, I'm going to be trying out a couple of other products today as well. And one, I have tried it a lot, so I know I like it. It is, oh, by the way, that Physicians Formula foundation, I think it's about $11.99, something along those lines. Got mine at CVS. Then I'm trying out this LA Girl Pro Conceal. This was less than $5, I believe, again at CVS. It's Pro Conceal High Def. Well, this is camouflage, and it's in, no, not camouflage, corrector, peach corrector. I love this. I think, I know I love it much better than the expensive, let me dig it out here. It's at the bottom of my concealer jar. Anyway, okay, I like it better than my super expensive Benefit Boing corrector, brightening concealer. But in this in this product's defense, I think I might have got the wrong shade. I got number 1, and I'm wondering if I should have got number 2, because when I picked this up, I thought, oh, that's going to be too dark. But actually, maybe that's what I need. I need something darker to cover this mess right here. So I just put it in the troughs and carry it out a little bit to where it might have some darkness. And then I'm gonna press it in with this brush. I've been trying so many different methods, guys. Aging eyes are so hard to deal with. Sometimes I try my fingers, sometimes the beauty blender. No, Real Technique sponge, sorry. But let me look at my big mirror. Okay, as you can see, that totally canceled out the redness and the darkness in my troughs. So I'm happy with that. Got a little fallout there from my shadow. A little stuff that needs blended out there from that corrector. So, okay. Now I'm going to go in with Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer that you can pick up at Ulta. I think it's so popular, it's best to get it online because you can find your shade. I am in C4. If I had to do it over again, I think I would go with one shade darker. But because I have found that I feel like if I get a slightly too light shade, it will not cover as well as I want it to. But we'll go ahead and go in with this. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And I think it is a pretty close dupe, but you do have to use more of it, so I guess it's not quite as pigmented as the Shape Tape, but it's also a fraction of the price of the Shape Tape, so. But they're both really popular concealers, unfortunately, and you have to do your ordering online, which I don't like that. Okay, as you can see there, that has canceled out everything. Now on this eye, I have a little bit left, little baby bit of my Tarte Shape Tape in light. And I'm just going to put that on. I don't have very much, but you don't need much of this Probably not quite as much as I put on of the Revolution concealer. I find the Revolution concealer is slightly more moist, has more moisture. It's not as dry. Tarte Shape Tape is sort of dry, so I guess it's not a friend to the older eye unless you hydrate very, very well, which I always do, but try to plump up those lines. Okay. Of course, this has some of that other product on it, which is why I was trying to use my finger, but okay. Need a little bit more of the Tarte Shape Tape if I can dig it out. It looks like a lot, but it's not very much because this thing's almost empty here. Okay, so I'm tapping that in. Okay. As you can see, they're pretty good dupes for each other, and as I said, this is a lot cheaper. Not dupes for each other. This is a good product to buy if you like Shape Tape. Give it a shot, especially if you have more mature eyes. I think you might like it. It's not as drying as the Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm going to be back after I've finished the rest of my face. I'm going to set everything with powder, put on my blush, concealer, yada yada yada. I'll check back in as I've gotten ready, and then so you'll see my makeup fresh. I'm just going to try to, oh, I forgot to, yikes. Ain't nobody wants to see my rosacea, so I go in a little bit more with a darker color. This is Maybelline Superstay Better Skin in, oh yikes, 30. I think it's light medium. I can't read. I mean, I can read. I can't see. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna just pounce that in with my damp beauty sponge. And this isn't Real Techniques, this is Morphe. Gee. My daughter got this for me recently. Thank you, Darcy. Love these. Let me check in my mirror, make sure it's all good. And this is slightly darker. I find darker covers better. All right, I will catch you later after I finish my makeup. Okay, I'm back with my finished look. It is 15 till 6. I'm sorry, 15 till 7. So I will check back in probably about lunchtime, and then again at the end of the day, or at the end of my work day. Every foundation looks good when you first put it on, so we'll see how it all looks around noon. I will do no powdering, no blotting, nothing. I'll just check back in around lunchtime in natural sunlight. I'm meeting a friend for lunch today. So I'll see you later. Hi, it's Pam checking back in for the foundation wear test. I've had this foundation on now for 6 hours. It's 11:30 lunchtime. I'm in the car in natural light. As you can see, it's worn off a little on the chin, and my nose, T-zone area is very shiny. If I'd worn primer, you know, it probably wouldn't have happened. And if I blotted and powdered, it would be fine. But I wanted to just see what it was like without doing those steps. So I will check back in at the end of the day. Thanks, bye. Hi, it's Pam. I'm coming back for my final check-in, and I'll bring in closer, more wearing off around the chin, a little bit on my cheeks, and tip of my nose. So not the best wear. It's been about 11 hours now. And I do have oily skin, so I think if you don't have oily skin, this would probably be excellent even without a primer. Now, I do think with a primer it will last a lot longer, but I do notice now that the patches around my eyes look dry, which is strange because I'm oily right here. So, on the fence about it, really. What do you think about it? Have you tried it? Let me know.